Hey y'all, let me let a couple of people get in the building. I came to kick it with y'all for a minute. You see the time, so of course your girl done snuck on up in here. Let me let y'all get in here. In the meantime, in between time, let me do what I'm doing right here. Let me see. Welcome everybody coming in. Welcome everybody coming in. You know, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time, but Tay like to talk. She like to chat that. So whoever don't catch the beginning definitely will have to catch the replay. Hey Mabel, hey LaShawn, hey y'all, hey Josephine, hey everybody coming in. I came to kick it with y'all for a minute. Hey, Miss Mathis. Hey, Miriam. Yes, I hope y'all ready for tech. I hope y'all ready for tech because y'all know we about to get into it. Just a couple of more minutes. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Peggy. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Let me try to see if I can move this a little closer. Let me see if I can move this a little closer. Let me see. Hey y'all, we came to discuss a couple of things. I don't know if y'all seen my last video or if y'all seen this thumbnail, but you know Tay gonna get into it. Hey Janice, hey Sharon. Listen, hey y'all, listen, you know your girl Tay is blind, okay? All right, but when I got my glasses on, I don't be lying. Right. I'm happy y'all up in this biz not itch. I hope y'all ready because I am ready. I'm gonna give it a couple of more minutes, and whoever ain't here, they gonna hit that rewind button, baby. That replay, right? That's how that goes. The replay game, right. But anyway, I am Tay, your host, baby. This is Latte World. If you are not a subscriber, please become a subscriber friend. If you are in here, you have walked in, make sure you get comfortable. Hit that like button, hit that share so everybody knows Tay is here. If you have not grabbed your membership, make sure you go and join so you can hear Tay pop her ones and twos. Hello, Dimples. Hey, listen. Now, a little birdie had told me a little secret earlier, right? Like y'all seen in my video, right? I think that receipt was basically from May, right? It was about the little weight gain thing or whatever the case may be. Yeah, we warming it up. We warming it up, right? Thank you, Brenda. I'm gonna post that because see stuff like that definitely makes my whole day, right? So the little birdie sent me a little receipt, right? And the receipt it seemed to have been from May, right? Now we're in July, right? If I'm not mistaken, I would think that if we do the math, right? That should be about 2 months back, right? Follow me here. Follow me here. Now, that's around the time that you was making an announcement and doing all the things that you was doing, right? Follow me here. Follow me. Why would you be needing any type of weight gaining, lose weight in type of supplement if you're in the process of baby making? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But that leads me to my question of this live. Is Briana really pregnant? I'm going to open the floor for everybody to give their opinion because Tay is honestly on the fence about it, right? And I'm on the fence because I don't know how far or how unfar a person is within their pregnancy, but the things that I've seen throughout this pregnancy thus far is not things that you normally would see in a pregnancy. Even down to the factors of Brianna's not a first time mom. This is her, well, will be two children at one time. So this will be number 5 and number 6, right? So with that being said, the actions that we're seeing her put forth right, would be the actions of someone of a new mother or someone that has lost a child. You know, where you try to rush everything. I'm gonna get into the comments, y'all, so that way we could get into it. I'm gonna read y'all comments after I make my little pointy point, right? Um, Most times you see actions like that from a new mom or someone that has lost a child or had miscarried or had difficulties with the factors of pregnancy. So everything within the pregnancy is considered as a milestone. Even within regular women, you know, it's considered a milestone. But within people that has had those things happen, every step matters, even down to the factors of them trying to rush things throughout the pregnancy so they don't feel like they miss anything in case something does happen. Right. So now, with that being said, if you are a mother that has had other kids, now I'm not saying that you're not going to be excited about your baby, but you've had other babies. And even down to the factors of, even though your other babies, we didn't get to see you pregnant with them online, we got to see you pregnant with Momo online, right? And the thirst was there, but this thirst is worse. You understand? And with that being said, when you force things or try to push things too far along, you kind of see, I'm trying to find the right words, right? Because we here, we are very respectful, right? Even though we giving our opinion, it's not the fact of me trying to be disrespectful. So I'm still trying to use the right words. So even though you right word, right word, right word. While I look for the right word, I'm gonna look in some of these comments. I say she not until that's me. That's me. I say she not until we see a baby too. We gonna have to wait this one out. I'm gonna get up to that. Pretty green eyes. Hey Jess. Okay, right. Right words that I was looking for. Okay. You kind of put a negative energy around the situation versus just letting the process happen. Now, I'm not saying it shouldn't be any type of joyous attention around the babies. Of course, twins is a blessing. If there is twins, if there is one in, or however this is supposed to be going. Right now, for this man, this is his first set of kids. So I would understand that type of excitement, right? But to put negative energy around something that's supposed to be a blessing is what confuses me. And that's what make other people feel a person is not pregnant or clout chasing or doing what they doing for views. Okay, now let me explain to you why. Right? If you was living your life and you was this happy person that you was saying that you were, and you're in a new relationship, you moved on, everything is what it is, you would just be basically using your regular life moving on as content. Now, I'm gonna just be honest, right? When a person put out content, it's for us to feed. And Tate for damn sure going to eat. Eat, eat, eat. Eat, eat, eat. Right? I'm gonna get back to them comments because I'm seeing them coming in. Right? So when you putting out content, you are the person that's in control of the content that you put out for people to eat, eat, eat. So now, if you decide to put negative content out for people to eat, eat, eat off of, you are the blame of that because you could show where your life was and now where it's at. Meaning that if your past is your past, if your past is your past, why keep allowing it to replay within your present? Because the only outcome is going to be the same outcome that you've been getting, and it's going to follow you into your future. Right. I believe she's expecting because she's connive. Yes, I could believe that too. Pretty green eyes, Peggy. She's the bigger liar. Listen, I would say I would hope that a person wouldn't choose to lie and take things this far. I don't know if y'all seen Up Alive a couple of days ago, but she said a great point about something. It's one thing to create a prank, but after a certain length of time, you are lying. It's no longer something that's going to be intaken as funny. Okay, one day, okay, maybe even two. Three, you probably done lost me, but to the factors of 2 months, I don't get it. Because at the end of the day, that would mean that you're seeking for any type of validating attention. It wouldn't matter how people was talking about you as long as people was talking about you. Now, for me, we all remember all of the tears, the lying and crying, how she want people to just be stopping and this, that, and the third. But when you campaigning for negativity, what other type of attention do you seek? I'm sorry. And for the people that be in my comments that be like, y'all still talking about her? Y'all still watching? Okay, because unless you watched my video, you wouldn't know what I was talking about unbeknownst. But you had to watch my video to see what it is that I had to say and what it was that I chose to display. And if your ass chose to sit there and watch, don't ask me about still displaying. That's my job. What's your reason for being? Don't question Tay because you're going to be very disappointed in the worst way. Now, back to this, right? With all of the lies being told, people don't know what's true or false, right? And if you was bringing in a new you, meaning when you get with another person, it's supposed to be a new outcome, right? All of this is supposed to be the best and blessings and blossoming of a beautiful relationship supposed to be, even though we know about the ABUSER. You ain't fooling nobody by far, babies or not. You was getting knocked in between the washing machine and dryer with no fold, right? And if you think that these babies is going to change that, let me tell you something. It may even get worse, right? The ABUSER may even become worse because now y'all have an attachment where a person can't just walk away. And if you thought he was angry before, baby, yay, hold on and hold your feet because this shit is just beginning to get some. Listen, we ain't seen nothing yet. So even if there is not a baby, right? Or even if there is a baby, right? If there is a baby, then yeah, this storyline just getting started. If it's no baby, then Miss Bree may actually be canceled, baby, because at this point in time, you got your actual, like I said the other day, people that actually support you. Fuck us, right? We the little people to you, as you say, right? But the big people that support little big head Bree over there, right? The ones that's giving you all their blessings and love and sending you all their money for these fake ass right, those are the ones that's going to get mad and maybe not give you a pass because wait. They believe anything. So maybe you'll just have to come on your platform crying and lying. But yeah, that you're going to lose a lot of supporters because it's not what you do, it's always how you do it, right? And the things that you choose to do, it doesn't seem it doesn't matter who you screw, right? And what you screwing the people that's supporting you, fuck the people that don't have two shits, right? We're not talking about them, right? That's not even us because some of the people over here would actually like for you to listen to some of the advice that's given. Everything is not, how can I say? How can they say it? Everything is not a stone being thrown. There we go. Right. But for the people that's been following you, rooting for you, you know, those ones that's in my comments that's saying why we still talking about you, them people, they might be a little upset. I know I would be, because for me to believe in a person and find out that they was bullshitting me, that would be a very big disappointment. A very big disappointment. Let me go down here. Hey, Diva. Listen, I'm gonna have to figure out. Listen, normally I don't have moderators in my chat, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, right? So when I'm on, you understand, I can have some assistance within these comments. You understand what I mean? Like pump, 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 pump it up. Right. But I hope y'all here with me and definitely understanding where I'm going with this, because you're weakening something that's supposed to be your new strengths, right? You have the babies that you have already. Hey, Latte in chat. I'm listening live as I'm laying down in my bed. Well, hey, Cancer 66, Tay, love you, baby. And I appreciate you for coming on in while you laying down resting. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Cash. Hey, Vicky. Hey, everybody coming in to kick it with me. Make sure you hit that like button and take your shoes off and get comfortable, because you know how we do, right? Now, tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. Do y'all think, and here y'all go, y'all know here I go with this engagement thing, because I got to make sure the people's is woke and make sure those likes is matching the people that is here. If you in the bushes, I'll never know if you hit that like button, so you can hit it too, right? Let's do this engagement thing like Tay always do. Drop a one if you think that if she's not pregnant and she's pranking, that she'll lose followers and may even be canceled, right? Drop a two if you think even if she is dropping or doing a prank, that they'll still follow her no matter what it is that the outcome is, whether she wound up being pregnant or not pregnant. So drop a one if you think that if she's pranking, right, that she'll be canceled or possibly lose a lot of following, right? Or drop a two if you think they gonna still follow her ass anyway. Right. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I think after I see a couple of numbers pop in. And it's crazy because a lot of people is thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. And I see the numbers coming in. I see the numbers come. A two. That is what Tay was thinking, because the way the yellow bus be over there shocking and rocking, it doesn't matter what this girl says at this point, they still choose to follow it and make excuses for it. Like the foolery, like in that you see the thumbnail, right? The thumbnail came from her people, right? You got two people that's live and thriving. Why the would you need to make an AI picture? Like that goes to show the mind state that goes with these people. And maybe y'all are actually right. The two is the truth. Hey Kiva, it would be messed up if she is lying. All those people been sending my right for diapers. But if you notice, that list disappeared. It is no longer there. She took it down, honey. Okay. She took it. All right. Twos. We still seeing some twos. Here we go. Here we go. Some twos in the room. Right. I think that they will still follow her too. And I think that they will make excuses for the reason that she chose to do what it is that she did. It probably would be some undrawn narrative like, oh, I knew that they would drop or follow the fake news or whatever the excuse may be, right? Oh wow, I didn't notice. Right. Whatever the fake news may be, right? It would be for the factors of any other excuse other than Bree. It would never be that Briana was lying. It would be that she had a reason for doing what she was doing, because the people over here was going to be so easily fooled by whatever it was that she chose to put out in the air. But we wouldn't be being fooled. The fool would be you, because we would only be doing what it is that we supposed to do. What would be your excuse? You said that you are the prank queen, right? Right? But none of your pranks go right. They always seem to go left. And the only person that get laughed at is the person that's trying to create the laugh. So the joke won't be on us by far. It will still fully be on you. Because for you to want all of this, if you want to say fake news, to be put out on you, because you got to remember, when people hit Google, type your name in Google, ma'am, ma'am, I'm gonna just burst your bubble real quick. People like me pop up talking about you. People like Lupac pop up talking about you. People like Upper pop up talking about you. People like any of the other people on this side of the street that has talk about you, pop up when they will research who you are. And if you saying that you a star actress, a model, um, any of the other lies that you chose to tell, right? Why would you want those type of things popping up to describe the person that you are? Now, I can understand, right? Right. Because Tay is understanding. That's why I started the new segment. Y'all got to get into it called Tell Tay, right? And you can tell Tay anything, and it could be for my opinion or my advice, right? It could be for something serious or something minute. The choice is up to you. But, right. Let's get back into this before Tay lose her train of thought, right? Um, it would be okay if you would be able to tell them that those things was being displayed, right? Because of your past marriage, the past marriage, the one that made you who you are today. Not the lying person, but I'm talking about the reason that we know who you are. It was because of the past marriage of the person who you was married to, right? Follow me, boo, right? So it would be good for you, not for Robert, but for you, if you was able to tell people that these things, right? Hey, cousin, was there due to the factors of yeah, your past, right? But when your present seems to be even worse, um, yeah, that I don't think that that would be able to go over pretty well, because it would seem like wherever this girl go, drama just follows her. But we're gonna get into that, right? Let's get into that, because we've seen a lot of drama filled situations over the how can I say? I would say a year, but I'm not even talking about within this, since the beginning of time, right? We've seen some drama filled situations since the beginning of time, right? And a lot of times you have to get to the deep root of what even started the drama within the people that are drama filled, right? Because it happens through something or from something. So where these people need something that they will never get, which is fulfillment, right? Now, with that being said, um, trauma and drama rhymes for a reason. Trauma, drama. From trauma, you get drama. From drama, it brings trauma. You see where I'm going with this? It's like peanut butter and jelly. Bam, a sandwich, right? Right. So, a lot of people have just been displaying the traumas that they've never actually dealt with, right? And these situations that we see playing out in front of us, right, is actually the behaviors of people, right? Because, like I said, right, traumas that never was dealt with is the behaviors of people that are actually causing demises within themselves, because self hurt is the worst hurt, right? And we can be the ones that you ever, all right, for example, right? I'm gonna give an example because maybe everybody might not know what I mean, right? Example: you could be at a job and you could be having a shitty day, right? And you customer service. Somebody comes into your line and needs your help, right? So now you could either give them one or two different energies, right? Now you could either give them the energy of the trauma, which would be being aggressive with a person that whatever you got going on don't have anything to do with them, right? But because of your traumas and the dramas that you got going on within yourself, you're going to use this person as an outlet to relieve or release the anger and hurt within self, right? Which means you will be willing to hurt somebody else. But we can cause our own demise because in situations like that where you choose to handle it with anger, if you would have handled it a different way, meaning that you can ruin your own opportunities, right? You can be the ruiner of your own opportunities. If somebody did decide to um give you a brand deal or make you a brand ambassador of their company or product or whatever it is that they may be having to offer, if they looked into the person that they was actually seeking, that would change anything that they would have been thinking. But we're going to take the conversation off of this one person for a second because there's a lot of people out here that carry her characteristics. And I'm going to be honest because see, Tay, 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 triple T, right? Tay tells truth, right? So Tay gonna tell the truth. It's been times that I've been bitter in points of my life, a time or two. And I'm just going to be honest. Mine or some people don't stem from the factors of a bad relationship, right? Mine stem from the factors of the loss of my parents, right? It's like I had and was walking around with this anger on the inside because it's never good to lose a parent, right? That's really a hurtful thing, right? Follow me. So with that being said, I had this hurt and this pain going on inside of me that nothing seemed to comfort, right? So if I had something going on inside of me that nothing seemed to comfort, then what was going on in the inside, my outside started displaying, even to the people that was closest to me, right? Welcome everybody that's coming in. Welcome everybody that's coming in. I hope y'all following, right? Because we having real conversation. One thing can be the outlook to a whole big different situation. And some things that we see other people go through can be the answers to things that we've been through that we possibly might not understand. And we've all possibly been through something traumatic, right? And at that time of us going through it, some have healed, some have not. Some still have that hurt spot. Do you understand? But my story was in the process of me dealing with my traumas, I I don't think that I was too much of a nice person. Meaning, I have a great personality. Tay is always bubbly, so funny is going to be me. But I was very quick tempered. I was very snappy. I felt like everybody was like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I felt like nobody understood, right? To say the least. So when I would talk to people, and the first thing that they would say is, I understand, right? I would get pissed off. I would get pissed off. Now, maybe speaking to a person that has lost their parents, I would have understood them possibly saying that because they possibly have been in the same shoes that I'm in, right? But um for a person that hasn't to be telling me that they could understand, no, I don't really think that you can. But from the factors of me hurting, it caused a lot of things in me that was unrecognizable at the time to me. Okay, my relationships was not going well because I was looking for other things to fulfill me, to make me happy, which at that point in time nothing was going to fulfill me because what was missing nobody else could give me but myself. Even though I had lost my parents, until I healed that hurt me, meaning even though that's something that you never get over, I had to recognize that it was something that was there, right? And once I noticed that it was something there, it made it easier for me to know what it was that was causing me to do or create the actions that I was causing. The emotional up and downs, like I would be all right one minute and then the next minute I would just be crying. And yes, she does. She does need to seek professional help. And that's the point in which I'm working my way up to, right? Because sometimes somebody can see things in you that you do not, right? And nobody likes to do that self check. At that point in time, I didn't want to do that self check at all. Who wants to check themselves? But it's best to check yourself because then being real with yourself is the best mental health. We might not like the things that we going through, but to acknowledge that it's something that we going through will be the best way to be able to get through it. When we try to cover up things with something else, at some point in time, once that cover lifts, we're still going to have to deal with it. We're still, good morning, everybody. That's exactly what happened to her, and that's where she messed up. Yes, yes. Because even down to the factors of dealing with people that have been touched when they were younger, or I don't want to say the whole word, but the M word or art or this, that, and the third. It can work one or two ways. And a lot of females have became the GAY word to never deal with men because they felt like they was violated on that aspect. And then in some cases, you have females that become overly promiscuous. Do you understand? Because they feel like, okay, well, if this is all I am, then this is all I'm going to do. And this is what they get like. To sum it up, it's a high, so to speak. Okay, for some people after they've been through a situation. Some people become overly promiscuous because that's where they feel they value lay, being that they was value lated. You understand? Like being that somebody took it from me, at least in this case, I'm making the choice to give it away. Do you understand? Now, how many people a person choose to give it away can, you know, that can range from how bad the situation is. But when you've been in or are or in those cases, it can go both ways. And in young girls that have been, and this person said that they have been, so when you have been in or are when you was a child, that's a very big scar. And it's a joke in some cases to some people when you call a person a HOE or 304, but at the end of the day, being promiscuous is a sickness. For some people, it is a sickness. What do they call them? Somebody a nympho. Some people become nymphos. Really, I'm there. Hey, Didi. I'm still healing from, yes. Listen, whoever's in the process of healing, there's no time limit on how long it will take for you to heal. Sometimes you might even think that you are healed and wake up one morning and re-feel that same feeling that you once felt to realize that you actually still may be dealing. I'm in a place where I'm going to be honest with you guys because I like to get close to my subscribers. I'm just going to be honest. Some people take it as, oh, telling a business or whatever. But if I want y'all to be real with me, I'm gonna have to be real with y'all. So that way we can create that type of bond. And with that being said, I've been through a lot of things on my journey thus far before you see before I became the woman I am that you see in front of you today. I am able to smile as much as I am because of the pain that I went through in my past, because I no longer have to go through that. Now, I still have scars, and sometimes I'm happy that I still have those scars because it is a reminder to me how far I have come, baby. Some of the things that I've been through, I would have thought at that point in time that would have been the end for me, from the factors of thoughts of sewer, you understand? Because even though I or we have kids, we're gonna be honest. We come time or come to points in time in our life where it don't have nothing to do with who you supposed to be happy for. When you're not happy for yourself, that's the most empty it's feeling. When you feeling like you not worth it, or you be not being here wouldn't really change anything to the people that is here, then that's what puts you to that point. If you've been in a bad relationship, male or female, okay, and you've dealt with DV, and you finally get out of that situation, yes, you will never forget what it is that you've been through. You're not supposed to. But what you will be appreciative is if you're not in that situation anymore. Now, those are memories, those are not present actions. So your scars become your past. Do you understand? To where you no longer was and where you are at. I had to remember that I not only, because when you living for somebody else and not living for yourself, you're just a vessel. Okay. And nobody should be here to just be a vessel. We have children, but we have to live for ourselves as well, because we the people that pour the mental health into them. And if we're not mentally healthy, then what type of pouring are we pouring into their glass? We're gonna pour something into their glass, but it's not going to be for the betterment or for the best of them, because we're only going to pour into them the trauma that we have going on into us. And now they will replay and reenact those same traumas in their adult life, or sometimes as young as their teenage years. Because when you a teenager, that's when you're trying to figure out who you are. That's when you're trying to identify who you is growing into your grown years, right? And if you haven't figured out who you are in your teenage years, you're gonna still be trying to figure out who you are in your 20s. And some people don't figure it out to where they try to start still figuring out who they are in their 30s. And if you're having kids in the process of disfiguring, and I'm not saying that you're not going to always be trying to figure the next part of you out, because there's many chapters to the person or people that we are. But if you're going to be pouring into your kids, you want to be pouring into them the best chapters that you have to give. You want to be able to let them know of things that maybe possibly once took place, but you don't want those things to be going on while you're in the process of raising. Because when they said when you have kids, they will be 10 times what you are, that is the truth by far. Even down to your damn scars. If we've been in them, if anybody's been in a relationship before, or at a point in time in their life, right? At a point in time, I appreciate that. At a point in time in their life when they've been depressed. And when you depressed, mentally you're a mess. And that's why you don't want to get dressed. That's why your house is not clean. That's why you don't want to do anything, because your outside is reflecting what your inside is going through. And if your insides is a mess, then 9 times out of 10, your outsides is a mess. And if your kids is a part of that outside, they're also going to be a part of that mess. And when we are depressed, until we snap back, right? Because we have to reset sometimes. Sometimes it's called like a system reset, right? And sometimes we all need a system reset. But when you trying to do a system reset and you haven't dealt with your traumas yet, you only going to reset the same traumas over and over and over again. And for me, that's not what I wanted to be displaying, because if I don't know how to deal with my emotions, how am I going to teach my children how to play or how to deal with their emotions? They won't even be able to play on the emotions that they have to figure them out, because to know how to deal with them, they don't even know where to start. It starts at home a lot of the time. And if home is dysfunctional, then the only start that we're going to have is more dysfunction. So if I didn't at some point in time get my mind right, then I wouldn't be able to sit and even be able to think if my kids would be able, or if my kids was displaying any of the actions that I have displayed, I would have to ultimately be the blame, because to accept something, right, is to deal with it. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm not talking about, oh, accepting people treating you like no. To accept that you've been through something is to deal with it. It's the first step of getting through it. Because if we a lot of the times try to acknowledge the fact that, oh no, that wasn't that, I don't care about that. I just ain't cutting people off sometimes just does not take away the problem, y'all. We could cut people off all day and tomorrow. But if you've actually been hurt and you've been through a situation, then no matter who you cut off, that situation still stays with you, with you. So wherever you go, mentally, that situation will go. So whatever that situation destroyed, mentally, that situation will destroy as well. So as long as you take that situation from one situation into another situation and you never deal with your situations, you're going to mentally destroy any situation that you get into, because you are already mentally destroyed too. That's it. Hey, Miss Lysanda, how are you doing this morning? I'm up here shooting a 1 and 1, making it make 2. You know how Tay do. I'm forced to deal with it. My mama is going. See, Brandy, so you understand. Yes, I'm just gonna be honest. While I'm sitting there having this conversation with y'all, my mama's sitting right over there in that box. Okay. And it's crazy because my mama told me before she passed away that she wanted me to have her cremated. So that way she will be able to go with me wherever it is that I go. She said, you better not throw my ashes in the water, because bitch, I'm anemic. I don't like the cold. I will come back and haunt your ass. Okay? Forever, ever, forever, ever. And don't go and put me under no damn dirt. I know they say from ashes to ashes and dirt. Yes, that doesn't apply to everybody. Okay? My mama said, listen, I want you to take me with you. Wherever you go, I will be. And I followed her wishes. So I definitely understand how you feel. And sometimes, a lot of the times, I'll be sitting there and I'll be sad about the factors of missing my mother, right? Because it happens. It's a normal thing, right? And mentally, it's like, the angels be crazy, right? Because then a good thought or a good memory will pop in of either a conversation that me and her had or something that me and her did together. And I will just sit there And I will just have to laugh, even if it's with tears in my eyes. I swear. And I don't give a damn how many years go by. You will never, people say, oh, you no, no. You become a little bit more able to deal with it. But to say I would ever be okay with my mother being gone, you won't hear those words come out of my mouth. So no, on that aspect, Tay will never be okay, but she will be a little bit dealable with the situation. My mama made me, yes, I love her with me. That's right. So when I be sitting here yelling at y'all and telling y'all the tea, my mama be sitting right up there on my, yup, baby, tell him, tell him. I know she be all up in her box rooting for me. That's right. Quiet storm, why you over here worrying about? Listen, we don't even give them acknowledgement. Okay? We don't give them acknowledgement. We don't pay the crabs in the bucket no attention because that be their mission. We're talking about something greater that they possibly don't understand, and that's why they have time to do what it is that they are. Now, the comment section is open, and if that's what you choose to put there, then that is your choice. I don't know. But what we're talking about, right, is the factors of being able to deal with trauma. And maybe this person has some trauma that they have not dealt with. And that's why they possibly felt the need to write the things that they write. Now, let me tell you how good God is, right? If I didn't just see Miss Lasanda comment, I sure didn't see this. So I always say, remember Tay saying, what's meant for me will always be for me. And what's not, it won't. You see, that didn't even come across for me. Thank you, Hercules. Love is always love, baby. Love is always love, and I definitely appreciate how you support me. I'm going to continue to say that because acknowledgement is a great thing. And it's not just for the factors that you sent the super sticker because it gets thicker. I also see that you support me on Facebook. You share my stuff. You like my stuff. You love my stuff. And you comment on my stuff. And appreciation is always a must. So I'm going to give you my appreciation and say thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to all of those that are in the comments that support me as well. I don't know if y'all know it, but for Tay, it's a real big thing. That's why when y'all write to me, I make sure I comment back. That's why y'all share Tay. I make sure I say I appreciate that. And anytime that y'all send y'all good words, I make sure that y'all know that y'all are definitely heard. Make sure if you just got up in here or came in, make sure you hit that like button for your girlfriend. Believe that's right. You won't right. Okay. Now, everybody have different beliefs, right? Everybody is entitled to believe what it is that they choose to believe. That's why in this situation, we got some people that believe a person is pregnant and some people that believe a person is not pregnant because people are entitled to different beliefs. Everybody isn't just like people believe in different almighties. You understand? Some don't believe at all, right? So now, with that being said, I'm not going to rag you out because of your belief, and I just hope you wouldn't rag me out for mine. Now, making or informing me of the beliefs that you have, and then that would be a thing. But thinking that you're going to force your beliefs on me or bully me with your beliefs, that's like smoking crack in the 80s. You done lost your mind, whoever you are. Oh, I'm sorry you lost your parent. Hey, Miss Sunshine. Yes, 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 and yes. But I'm just going to be honest. At some point in times, a lot of the things, whatever don't break you, make you stronger. And a lot of times our trials and our tribulations be our tests and our lessons. If you don't never go through nothing, you ain't gonna never grow through something. And even though you going through something, nobody ever knows how hard their test is going to be. When we was in school, we was tested on levels, the levels in which the teacher felt that we was on at that time. But we don't know the levels that we are on with the person that is the most high. And the test that we may be chosen to be given may be a test that we wouldn't even never imagine. That's why people say, why me? Why am I going through this? Why am I always going through something? Because maybe you haven't learned your lesson. Maybe you haven't learned your lesson. So the test keep testing. You can't just go through life not growing through life. If you don't grow through nothing, that means you not knowing nothing. A lot of the shit that I've been through molded me into the person that I am. Like I said today, if it wasn't for a lot of them things that I went through, I wouldn't be able to have discernment for certain situations that I may possibly get in. If I never touched the water and knew that that water was hot, sometimes we even possibly gotta get burned because people just telling you the water is hot. That don't mean you ain't gonna still go over there and touch it to figure it out on your own. And now, when you do decide to touch the water and you see that that shit is hot, like you was told, but now you know for yourself, you wasn't just told by somebody else. You had to go over there and figure it out for yourself. I know if I lose my mother, I don't know where my mind will be at. Well, I still ain't found mine, sunshine. So for me to tell you where my mind may be, I will be lying, hunty. Okay? I can say some days is better than others, but as far as finding my mind after I lost it, hunty child, you won't make me lie. You won't make me lie. You will not make me lie. And for those that are able to, then salute to you, because they gonna tell the truth. That it still got me all kinds of effed up inside. I'll never be all right. Like I said, with the factors of my parent being gone. Mm-mm. Right. So now, like I said, I came to have that discussion because a lot of people be seeing people go through stuff, but they don't realize it's a deeper root to what it is that they're going through. Some people be how can I say, crashing out right in front of you. And if you don't know what a crash out look like, it will be undetectable. For those that haven't been through nothing, they won't know what the signs is for what going through something may look like. But when you've been through something, you kind of see certain signs that say, red flag, something ain't. This person is hurt. This person got a lot of hurt. And this person needs to heal. Because until this person heal, this hurt that we've seen and the actions that have come from the hurt that we've seen, oh yeah, we've thought it's been a lot, but no, it's the bare minimum. Because I don't know if y'all seen, okay, example. I was on Open Books Live earlier, right? And they was discussing Rose and the factors, and they was playing. I don't know if y'all know who Rose is, but she's a Facebook personality. Her husband Brett is going through something right now. They have 4 children. 2 of them is prior marriage, and the 2 that she have now is from the current marriage. And yeah, things have just been spiraling with them, online. And in a lot of cases that I've seen, rejection plays a big part, baby. A lot of these women that we see at their wits end have dealt with rejection. And dealing with rejection is never easy, right? And Rose tried to have a one-on-one with her mom on live, and that went to shit because the rejection And the dismissal and the deflection of the conversation kind of shows you why Rose does the things that she do. When you are rejected and you feel like you only get attention from negativity, then you start to just do negative things so you can feel like you're being seen. Because you feel like when you do something good, nobody notices you. But when you do bullshit, then everybody sees you. It's just like a kid. You understand? If you ignore a kid, but you only discipline a kid, you're gonna notice that your kid gonna start getting in trouble a lot more often because they're gonna feel like you only pay attention to them when they're doing something that they're not supposed to do. Right. I agree she needs help. Yes. It's so sad and her ex need help as well. She yes will tell you I need. Let me tell you something. I used to have a therapist named Stephanie, right? And me and this lady, um, we gained a great relationship, right? Because they don't force anything on you. They basically make you comfortable in the information that you choose to relay is basically on your up to you to display, right? Now, the reason why I went and decided to start talking to Stephanie, because remember that pain that I said was in me? And sometimes venting is a great thing. And a lot of the times it's hard to talk to people that we know up close without them feeling like we saying something to how can I say either throw shots at them or something that would make them feel a certain type of way. So when it comes to us displaying our feelings to people that we know, we kind of cut it kind of short. And when you're dealing with things, you can't, excuse me, you can't cut things short. You have to deal with them as they are. Even if it's some, right. So with that being said, when I went to go talk to Stephanie, my situation was deep because, like I told y'all, I was dealing with the loss of two parents, not just one. Mind you, my father passed away at the time I was living in the Bronx or whatever. I moved, I packed up my kids and moved to Brooklyn once my father moved because, I mean, passed away, moved on, right? I moved to Brooklyn because my mother was like, you know what? I think that you should come down this way with the kids or whatever the case may be. It'd be better if we was closer. And I'm like, you know what? You just might be right, lady. So within a couple of months, I packed up my kids and I moved back to Brooklyn, right? Unbeknownst to me, right? My mother just wanted me to move closer because she already knew that she was sick, right? But she didn't want to tell me because she wanted our last days to be the way that they always been. And I think that she felt that if she would have told me prior to, it would have been a lot to handle. And she didn't want to change the dynamics of what we had, as far as me feeling sorry for her or me not being able to be myself around her because I'm sad for her, right? Either way that you choose to say it, right? So I remember me moving to Brooklyn, and at this point in time, I was pregnant with my now 14-year-old daughter, which is Mumu. Y'all get to see Mumu all the time if y'all on my channel or my Facebook or whatever. And I had my daughter maybe 2 or 3 weeks after I moved to Brooklyn. I moved to Brooklyn January 1st. I brought the new year in my apartment. And my daughter was born January 29th. So that lets you know the distance that lies, right? So you in the hospital about 3 days, right? So when I came home, happy. Had a baby after 15 years because my kids is 15 years apart, my oldest and my youngest, right? Well, at that time, she was the youngest. But anyway, my mother came and she made it her business. It was a blizzard the year that my daughter was born. Okay, when I tell you the snow was to everybody's knees, that was in 2010, right? Now, I kept saying, Ma, we could just wave. And she like, no, my grandbaby gonna get this stroller. I don't care about no. Now, mind you, I ain't going nowhere in the blizzard, so I don't really know why my baby gonna, need this stroller so bad. Once the snow go away, I could come to your house and get it, right? But my mother was dead set on the factors of bringing this stroller to my house, right? So she brought the stroller to the house and everything, and she got to see my new apartment, and she got to see the new baby. And what I didn't know, that would be the last time that I got to see my mother and the health state that she was in, because maybe like 2 weeks later from me moving into my apartment, I get a phone call. And my mother used to, I don't know if y'all see like the icy ladies or whatever that have the different types of ices and stuff like that, right? The mango, pineapple, lime, or whatever. My mother used to work at the school. She used to be one of those damn, I can't think of it. She used to be on the PTA, right? Because my little sister went to the school. So my mother was one of the PTA. So a lot of the kids in the neighborhood, my mother knew. So in the summertime, it was a park that was like not too far from the school. She would bring her icy cart out. Now, mind you, she was the only black lady in the hood with an icy cart. So that right there got her attention. But anyway, I gets a phone call and she like, baby, it's hot out here. So I'm like, yeah, make sure you drink lots of water or whatever the case may be. So she like, I am. A couple of minutes later, she called me. She done passed out, right? Because on top of her doing the icy, she used to also work in the church. So I guess she was going to make her way to the church after she finished, doing the icy thing once the sun started going down or whatever, because she used to give out clothes and different items for people that was in need at the church. So I guess in the process of her moving from one space to the other, she realized that she didn't feel any better and she passed out. So she called me and let me know she was on her way to the hospital, right? Y'all, we actually having a story time right now. So when she calls me and tell me that she's on her way to the hospital, I'm like, yeah, make sure, because you can be dehydrated. They probably gonna have to give you an IV bag or whatever the case may be. And from there, everything will be everything, because me and my mother was never big water drinkers. And when you are not a water drinker, that's why I sit there and beat myself up about it today still. You know that you have problems with your blood and all type of things, because water is what flushes the body, right? So I figured that is what possibly she needed. She needed her electrolytes back put back into her body because they possibly was low. So when she went to the hospital, what we didn't know is the way my mother went would not be the way that she would be coming back, because somewhere within that sector, she had a stroke. So by the time we got to the hospital where my mother was at, her whole left side was no longer functioning. And it had actually messed with partial pieces of her brain, right? So now, anyway, I say this to say, from that point on, things was never the same. So the moments that my mother had with me before then, I'm kind of happy. Like a lot of the times I would say things like, why she just didn't tell me? I wish she would have told me. But in some cases, I'm happy that she didn't, because things possibly would have been different. And it kind of made things a little bit, it didn't make it easier for me to deal with, but it made me more appreciative than the and it made me more appreciative of the time that I had with her, because even in her days when she wasn't most healthy, she still used her last bit of energy to still protect me. Like She didn't feel the need for both of us to be hurting. Good morning, everybody. Yes, yes, Nate is still over there. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I almost lost y'all. Y'all almost went flying around Latte's world, and that wouldn't have been good. That's probably because that was about, you know what? That's the Lord telling me, Tay, no. Tay, no, don't do it. But yes, she is over there talking about a whole bunch of nothing. And I don't know why she keep replaying videos of, well, people videos that they already done been dissected, like picked apart. So I don't understand what it is that she's looking for people, or what narrative it is that she's still trying to go with. But if that was at one point in time your friend and she asked you to leave things alone, then why are you not being respectful? Even if me and my friends is no longer cool, or we are not friends anymore, I'm still not going to violate them once we're no longer friends. If I was told to mind my business, then my business is what I will be minding. But if you want to talk about something, if she really want to talk about something, she can talk about Jarnell all day in America, and at least what it is that she would be spreading would be the truth. Instead of her finding everything in her well-being to talk about the truth. Because the people that's over there, her crowd sitting in her seats, they basically feel the same way that she does. If they could get any type of attention from this man, they're going to try their best. And that's what it is. That be the same people that be those people that's over there in her comments and in those seats, be the same people that we see in Robert comments, baby. Because if this girl is moved on, why are we not talking about the ABUSER that she's with now? People talked for 3 years about the fake ABUSER, but you mean to tell me we can't spend a couple of weeks, months, days, hours, seconds talking about the ABUSER? Let's give him the grand stage. He said it right. Let's give him the promotion that he desires. Okay, if he want people to know who he is, let's be the people to tell him. He's an AB, you know the rest. Y'all definitely know the rest. And that's what I don't respect. If you're going to have an opinion, at least make it a truthful opinion. Don't just be going planting things on people. Okay? What did Robert ever do for you to feel like you had to lie through every tooth? Not one tooth, but every tooth. I can understand, or I might be a little bit crooked right now, y'all, but I ain't trying to make y'all fool. Listen, even if my camera is crooked, my word will be straight. Okay? What I got to say will be straight, because I ain't trying to mess up the live. Y'all seen the camera almost full, so that wouldn't have been good. You sick like Briana, but when you going to worry about AB, right, right. Tell them, Miss Lysanda. Tell them, Miss Lysanda. Don't come over here with that bullshit. And we don't want to hear none of it. And you sick just like her sick ass if you agree with it. If y'all agree with any of the shit that y'all see her going through, then y'all foolish shit too. Y'all going to condone the factors of a person being with an ABUSER, but, but, but y'all didn't want to release the person that didn't do no ABSUER in at all. Y'all, now we have evidence of what it is that this man did. Whatever we saying is what we have proof of. It's not something that's just being said. He's sick, she's sick, and y'all ass is sick too for following goddamn suit. He's starting to become a liar just as big as she is. That's the reason why he moved that goddamn sonogram. Okay, why you didn't help them get a better sonogram since you want to be over here so goddamn busy? All right. If anybody want to be telling us about our shit, they should have been telling them about their shit, or they should have helped them get some better shit, because the shit that they doing definitely ain't it. Hey, Miss PJ, yes. Sick, sick 304s, whatever way we want to abbreviate it at this point. Let's see if she really yeah, we gonna have listen. The clock just gonna have to tick on that. We not gonna know for sure if Shorty pregnant until them babies fall up out of her. Hoo-hoo. Until then, we're going to be on the fence about it. And I'm not putting my mouth on something that I'm not sure of. If somebody was to ask me, Tay, you think she pregnant? I'm at to say, I don't know. I, I don't know. Because I really don't. So for me to sit there and speculate on something that I'm not sure of, I can't. I know in the street, it's been a lot of receipts that have been said and pointed to the direction of her not being pregnant just because of the actions that's been put in place. I think she really loved her phone. She, hell yeah, Brandy. Hell yeah, she did. And she still loved him. This is just a replacement. This is not what she really wanted to do. This is the shit that hurt causes you to do. Hurt people, even down to the factors of continuing to hurt them themselves. It just became safe for the person that got out the race, which was Robert. Once he left her ass, he had no way to hurt no more. Which he thought. But still 3 years later, ain't no greater. A person is still hurting and causing a whole bunch of shit for people to deal with. Not only herself. That's the kicker for me. That's the kicker for me. If you have not hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. If you have not became a member yet, please go to my main page and hit that join button so you can hear Tay talk hush. You know, the little extras. The stuff that I don't say here, I say there. And I be talking, I be like, members. Let me tell you, members, because I know. Is it just me here? We be having the conversations, right? Right. And we ain't gonna know until whichever one of them due dates on that sonogram was correct. If any one of them was correct at all. Because I don't know how you could be like 9 months and 10 weeks at the same time. I don't know where in the land of nigga them that's able to happen. But if her due date is February 9th, right? Then that means she got a whole 7 months to go. Why are we moving so fast, folks? We don't need to be focused on those fake twins. Let's keep talking about yes, that's the one. Let me put that on the screen for the peoples in the back to see, just in case they didn't see it. The last line is the most important. John now X Young, right? The ABUSER. You heard what she said in that order. Okay? Hashtag it. We can drop the hashtag in the comments, y'all. Everybody on this live, I want y'all to hashtag John Nell X Young. Right, right. Y'all know the rest. ABUS, y'all. Right, because that's what his ass is. He like punching girls between the washing machines and the dryers. That's what they say, right? That's what we know. They like pinning pictures on other people. Yes. Let's drop in the comments. Let's hashtag it. Okay. That's right. That's right. That's right, sunshine. That's right. Hey, Diane. She let God bless and get away. Yes, she did. Yes, she sure did. And that's because when you don't appreciate a blessing just as fast as you receive it, it's just as fast as you will lose it. And she lost her blessing because she never appreciated. She felt like she was the best thing that happened to Robert. You will never really hear that girl say it and mean it because see, we actually got to hear the truth in the beginning. Because my husband is a king, okay? He's the reason I have this platform I have today, right? If it wasn't for my husband, okay, she made that known. So for you to come and try to retract that statement, boo, we still know if it wasn't for your now ex-husband, right? Because we know for damn sure Johnny Boy over there ain't gonna get you the places that Robert did, except for where you at right now. In some drama shit. Y'all know Tavy starting her rhyming, right? Amen. Amen. Hey, beautiful queen. Good job, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you, Diane. Yes. I put a video up, I think it was yesterday or the day before. This shit is becoming too easy. I'm gonna be honest with you at this point. But yeah, I put a video up the other day, right? And I showed the difference of how Briana was being treated then versus how she was being treated now. And it's crazy. The person that she lied on being an abuser, ooh, ABUSER, sorry, YouTube, treated her better than the person that she lying saying ain't ABUSER. Okay? Robert used to pull out the stops for Briana, right? And her ass was so unappreciative at that time that now she's in a situation, right? And everything that a man did for her to be happy, Robert, because he pulled out all the stops. This man put his heartbeat in a teddy bear, okay? And let her know that whatever. But the same things that he used to do and not be appreciated for is the same things that she chooses to do for this man now and not be appreciated for it at all. In the same order, the jury, the jury, right? She brought him the jury. The celebrating, she celebrated them, right? All the things that Robert used to do to try to get appreciation from you. Now, with him, you doing it, but you ain't getting shit in return. Just like Robert ain't get shit in return from you. You're gonna give in this situation the same thing that you gave in the last situation. A baby. And Nate is the word. Yes. Yes, Nate is. And she's a third leg to their situation. And I do and will always blame Briana. Because even if I tell my friends, my homegirl, my sister, whoever, they rock into the beat of my drum. For real, for real. And that's just real shit. And that's loyalty right there. Ain't no bitch gonna be talking on my shit like she me. Meaning, I'm not gonna allow you to disrespect something that's supposed to be attached to me, even if you're cool with me. You can feel how you feel, but it's still certain boundaries that's supposed to be kept. You hop over that shit, and I might have to punch you personally myself in your goddamn neck. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? These two people ain't never even met before. Never, 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 never. So I'm confused. I, none of them, not Robert and Nate, not Briana and Nate, like, but she's talking from a place of hate. You would have thought that this woman was somebody that Robert really at some point in his life used to date, right? Because ain't nobody that you ain't never been with like that supposed to get as irritated as they do. So they say from the stuff that you do. If it irritates you so bad, why are you watching it? It's multiple couples on the internet breaking up right now that you can break down their situation and how they got with where they at and what they get and whatever, whatever. Why do you choose to go in the past files to talk about shit that has nothing to do with the now? Robert is cleared, right? And I say that to say this. He's cleared of her bullshit. Far as he ain't got to live with her, he ain't got to fuck her no more. He ain't got to argue with her no more. He ain't got to worry about whatever it is that got to worry about with her no more, except for people like Nick. That is the only thing that he worries about that came from the extension of her. The people that's still in his comments that still carry on like how Nate do. Maybe Robert should offer her some eggs. Maybe that'll set her straight. Offer her ass some eggs. That's right. I see them hashtags in the comments. Make sure you support your host, okay? Make sure you support your host. Make sure you do the 3 T's. Tip, tay for the truth, baby. No, but for real, Nate is over there just fumbling. How can I say fumbling in videos? And I say fumbling because the time that you waste in talking about nothing, you could actually be talking about something. But being that people have nothing to talk about like they say they do, because if you was getting more views from the other situation that you was talking about, then why wouldn't you continue to go forward from there? Why would you spin the block on something that you saying that you no longer care for? That doesn't make sense. Like when people say, you know what, I'm not doing this shit no more. You will hope that they really mean they not doing this shit no more. Bree talked about everything else on yeah, right. Right now she don't want to talk. Right. Talk about Jarnell. Cause Jarnell talk about you. He embarrass you every chance he get. And he stand on it. He don't even come back and say sorry for the shit he do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. First of all, I'm gonna tell you how much respect a person got for another person. Okay, now mind you, he's supposed to make money off of his page, right? That's the way that they get paid from being able to engage, right? Why the only time this man go live is when he watching sports or some stupid shit where he's not even paying attention to give the message that he's supposed to be giving. It seems like in the background, a person told him to go and defend now. And when he chose to defend, he wasn't really into it. So whatever he said, when he said, when he said it, that's all he was doing was saying it. It wasn't something that he actually cared to be speaking on. Her, it, whatever. I mean, who could not tell? It seems like a person is getting annoyed that he can't even go live on his page without people bringing her up. It's like he's no longer his own person. And that becomes irritating at some point to some people because they feel like even before they got with the person, they was already a person. He wasn't who the fuck he is now. But anyway, right. They feel like they already had created a name for themselves, right? So now that they are with the person, the only conversation that people have for him is the conversation about them. Yeah, that will have me kind of pissed, especially when I say I'm an actor. I'm an actor and I ain't doing no acting, right? Hit that like button. Don't act funny with that. Make sure you do that, to do that, to do that, that, right? My thing, right? Let me ask y'all this, right? If this was a niece or somebody that you knew that was close to you, right? What advice would you actually give after the situations that you've seen persist? What advice would you give to a young girl that you've seen do the things that we do? If you had the option to be able to, if it was somebody that was close to you that you know possibly could be going through some things, or someone you've seen grow up that possibly could be going through some things, what would be some things that y'all would tell a person of that nature? Nikita, man, they don't have receipts. They just have lies to go by. Okay, we'll put that on the screen, baby. That's right. Tell her, Aisha. Let them know. They ain't got no receipts. They ain't got no receipts at all. At all. At all. Why don't y'all clock Robert every move since y'all? Oh, what is the other clock? He's trying to figure out how to use YouTube. He's still being a entrepreneur. He's still out here continue working instead of lurking. He still has his own name and doesn't have to make a name off of anybody else's, because the only reason that we know of any of the people that we are talking about is because of the person that you are trying to play in his face. Don't come over here with that. You are on the wrong side of the street. If you want some type of conversation, and how can I say, you can't say stupid shit like that. That was some stupid shit. That was the stupid shit that I be talking about. And that's some stupid shit that I'm going to acknowledge because it's actually pretty funny. And I'm going to tell you why it's funny, because it goes right back to the same thing that I said earlier. You know, if you want to hit the replay button at some point in this live, you can, to see what I said when I had said it. Because if Robert is everything that y'all saying that he is, why y'all still watching him? Right? We know why we still watching Briana, because she wasn't getting her ass beat in her past, but she is in her was, and possibly still is in her present. Okay, so there's still a storyline there, right? Even though her and Robert is no longer connected. But if y'all into Bree, why wouldn't y'all be watching her new relationship, baby? Why would y'all be caring about anything that Robert got going on if y'all don't fuck with him like that? I don't know. It'd be the craziness of it all. Right. I'm confused. Saying everyone good night. I really enjoyed the live. Yes, I'm about to get up out of here in a minute too, because then when my kids wake up in the morning, because see, my kids is not in school right now. We actually on summer vacation, summer break. They don't go back until September, right? But it's kind of convenient. I don't know if y'all kids is like this, but my kids is like this. But it's kind of convenient that when the kids is going to school, you gotta be the person to wake them up right in the morning for school. But when there's no school, these kids don't need nobody to wake them up for nothing. I mean, they be up with the crack of dawn. Hey mommy, wait a minute, hold on. So I know I'm gonna have to be getting up making some pancakes and some eggs and some type of things, because yes, I'm a breakfast cooking mama. I do those things. Right. Let me see what Terry said up here. See, that's what I like about my supporters. I didn't even have to notice what the person said because they on some get 'em. My supporters just said get 'em. Nikita, I think you better take your ass back on the street. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. They don't believe you. You need more people. Yes, because I definitely see this is what y'all also going to get a dose of, right? I just don't like to say things that's not definite, but it's something that I'm going to start working in and displaying because I love being on camera with my children, right? So I'm about to start doing Mommy and Me Monday, right? Where when I drop a video on Mondays that just consists of me and my babies and whatever it is that we did for that day, doing for that day, or what we've done, period, right? So Monday, I think I'm going to start making it Mommy and Me Monday, so that way y'all can get to see Tay in a different light instead of, you know, I'm always gonna be Tay with the T, but I actually take a great honor in being a mom. So if I can display, you know, some of my good moments with me and my babies with y'all, I would definitely like to get into it. Let me see. Let me help you out. This is what you want to say. That's what you're trying to say to Aisha. Girl, please. She don't got no time for you. She ain't got no time for you. And the ones who says we panel hop, they do the same because what the fuck? When you buy your TV, right? Don't it come with a remote, right? And when hey Lakeisha, when you tired of watching one channel, what do? Change that mother effer to the next. So if you over here on this channel and then you decide to go over there and see what's on that channel, what's wrong with that? They had to be over there to see you there. So apparently they're changing channels too. Mm-hmm. Let me see. We're gonna put you in timeout. Okay. Nikita goes in timeout. Nikita goes in timeout. Okay. She don't appreciate being in the crowd, so now she's quiet. Okay? See, when you have control of what goes on, you can intake what you choose, right? We gave her a chance to speak her piece, and we seen that her piece wasn't very piecing. So, Nikita, now you just gonna be listening, muted, timed out, whatever you choose to do with it. Whatever. Right. That's right. See ya. Bye. She real mad now. But that's the small-minded people that we be talking about. And if she did not just prove my point of what it was that I was saying, if proving a point was a person, she was just it. Because remember the question that I asked in the beginning? For those that wasn't here for it, I'm going to repeat it. I had asked the question saying that, and the fact is that if Bree was, pranking and wasn't pregnant, do I one think, or do y'all one think that people are gonna cancel or move on from her, whatever the case may be, no longer follow? Or two, do y'all think they will still follow her no matter the dumb shit that she chooses to do? So Nikita answered our question in the flesh. It doesn't matter. She's just one of many. Birds of a feather flock together, and they definitely feathering. Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to say good night before my phone died. The light just went dark, and I don't want it to just cut off. I had a great conversation with you guys. I love doing this. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. If you are not a subscriber, you know what Tay say. Become a subscriber, friend. Hit the button. Make sure if you haven't, you definitely try to drop those 3 T's for Tay. And you know what the 3 T's is, baby, right? Tit, tay, and truth, right? Tit, tay for that great old truth. Your girl is about to go and get her some sleep after I go and raid the refrigerator for some snack. Okay, because I got me some sweet chili wings from the Jamaican restaurant earlier. Yeah, I'm about to go and catch up with my other girls' lives while I lay in the bed and fall asleep after I eat. And I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow, baby. Always pay, always great energy, and love is love.